We begin on the college hardwood and the game of the week. Last Saturday, the Fordham men's basketball team battled nationally ranked Villanova at the Izod Center in New Jersey. For the first 23 minutes of the game, the young Rams gave number 8 Nova all it could handle. We pick up the action in the first. Fordham's Chris Gaston nails a three. Rams are cooking early. Then Fordham's Brenton Butler with a pretty spin move and the finish. But the Wildcats would answer behind Scotty Reynolds. The senior guard uses the pump fake to perfection. The Rams would hold tough, though. Fast break points for Lance Brown, and one. The seesaw battle would continue. Score the goal for Nova's Malik Waynes, and the foul. With Nova starting to take control, Fordham wouldn't go quietly. Alberto Eswick at the buzzer. What a shot. Let's take another look. Rams close out the first half down 46-37. In the second, the Bronx's own Corey Fisher with a sweet dish to Reynolds. Then, Nova's Reggie Redding with the steal and the lay-in. And Waynes with an alley-oop to Dominique Sheik closes out a 28-8 run for the Wildcats. Villanova 96, Fordham 58.
Watching Fordham on film, I think Jared's got them playing great energy. You know, they did in the first half. You know, we tried to press them. They played hard. They drove the ball and they shot threes.
We played hard early on. I thought we competed, but we were right there. And then I feel like we didn't score for 6 or 7 minutes. We missed some layups, missed some shots, and they're too good a team to have that kind of drought against. And it goes from 7 to 25, and that's why they're top 5 team in the country and a Final Four team.
Being from the Bronx, can you talk a little bit about playing against Fordham and also playing closer to home here today at the Izod Center?
Yeah, being from the Bronx, that's real big. Fordham is where I live at, Fordham Road right there. And just coming back to Jersey, it's a good feeling. And coming back with my teammates and most definitely getting the win, so it was a good feeling.
From the biggest game of the past week to the biggest game of the holiday weekend.
Like we always do with this time, I go for mine, I get to shine.
The Jets head into Week 16 sporting the best total defense in the NFL and the best defense at stopping the run. Gang Green travels to Indianapolis for Sunday's 4:15 kickoff with the last remaining unbeaten team in the league. The Colts are 14-0, 2 games away from a perfect regular season. Mistakes will not be an option. Thankfully, linebacker Bart Scott is on the job.
I didn't start thinking I could make it to the NFL until Adrian White told me that he knew what the league was looking for. He believed in me, and that's when the light came on. It just took one person to believe in me.
Scott, an emotional leader, has an interesting story to tell.
I was truly raised by a village. You know, my mother was working long hours, and they took shifts and just keeping an eye on us. It was kind of a comfort level. My mother being able to go out and do what she needed to do, which was provide for us and put food on the table, allowed her to have an easy mind knowing that we were protected by so many people that loved us.
Originally signed by the Baltimore Ravens as a rookie free agent in 2002, Scott learned from the best in the business, Ray Lewis, and got a chance to shine in Baltimore in 2005 when Lewis went down to injury.
The proudest moments in my career was starting, my first start. I remember like it was yesterday, I was against San Diego. My goal wasn't to go to the Pro Bowl or anything like that. It was simply to hear my name called, coming out of the stands. My mother had been playing football since I was 8. And so that was probably my finest moment, kind of like look up like, Mom, we did it, we made it.
One of the best trash talkers in the game today, Scott followed Rex Ryan from Baltimore to New York, signing a 6-year deal worth $48 million to play for the Jets.
I'm actually glad he's on my team because he is one crazy linebacker. So I'm glad I don't have to play him or have to cross the middle.
He came here, from Baltimore and has done a great job, real aggressive player. He's in there scrapping all the time, making some big hits and big tackles.
What is something that fans don't know about you that they should know?
I love bowling. My aspiration is to be a professional bowler when I'm finished playing. Hopefully my fingers straighten up so I can get my finger in the ball. But that and that I'm a student. I really love to search knowledge. I don't care what it is. I was raised by a dad who taught me how to read books and teach me about how great, my people were and where I come from, so I can know where I can go and take that torch.
Bart's very good. Monday nights he invites guys to his house to watch Monday Night Football. With his wife and family, and they got food and drinks there, and it's a fellowship type of thing that we go to.
The Jets are hoping Scott and the defense will find a way to solve the undefeated Colts in Week 16. Like the Jets, the Giants are also very much alive in the playoff hunt after Monday night's resounding victory in Washington. With their backs against the wall, the Giants were dominant in D.C., controlling every facet of the game against the Redskins in a 45-12 rout. Now, the G-men welcome Carolina for the Giants' final home game at Giants Stadium before moving across the street to their new digs next season. For some perspective, we caught up with one of the greatest NFL punters of all time, Jeff Feagles.
Not only being a New York Giant playing in Giant Stadium has been very special. It's a great place, but more importantly, I've been in that stadium a lot over the years, playing with the Eagles and the Cardinals and some of the other teams just coming in here. So 22 years of coming and going in that stadium is a lot, but it's a great place. It's a great venue to watch football from a fan's point of view, and also from a player's perspective. But a lot of memories in there, and it's just it would be sad to get out of there, but you know, there's the new stadium now, and you set up shop in the Giant Stadium. You're so used to coming in and your routines and things will have to change.
A moment that really truly stands out the most for you?
When we came back after the Super Bowl and getting in the stadium and seeing all the fans there congratulating us, and but that's probably about it. I mean, there was just been so many special games in there. It's just not one that really particularly sticks out.
The Giants need to win this weekend and probably next in Minnesota, but could also get the help they need to make the playoffs if Dallas or Green Bay lose. If the G-men win their last two games, they would finish the season at 10-6 and win the wild card, as predicted to a T by yours truly. The Jets, not the Giants, close Giant Stadium on January 3rd. Knicks fans can rejoice this holiday season. The orange and blue have given their faithful the gift of winning. David Lee rattled in the clinching jumper with 5.5 seconds left Tuesday night at MSG, finishing with 18 points and a career-high tying 21 rebounds as the Knicks held on for an 88-81 victory, their third straight and seventh in 9 games. We'll see if the Knicks can keep rolling on Christmas Day. They host Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat. And on a final sports roundup note, the Yankees added some more presents under their tree this week. After reacquiring first baseman Nick Johnson last week, the Yankees welcomed back pitcher Javier Vasquez Tuesday from the Atlanta Braves as part of a 5-player trade that also included New York's Melky Cabrera. In the spirit of the holiday season, we wish the Giants a Merry Sunday and hit the C-list for my top 5 moments in Giant Stadium history. As the prognosticator of prognosticators, coming in at number 5 on my top 5 moments in Giant Stadium history, I believe Big Blue will close out the stadium in style Sunday against Carolina. Expect more of the same from quarterback Eli Manning, who has been great of late. From happy endings to happy beginnings. At number 4, November 9th, 1972. The Giants break ground on what would become their home for the next 37 years. Number 3 on my list of the top 5 moments in Giant Stadium history takes us back to September 30th, 2001. In the wake of the tragic events of 9/11, the Giants raised more than $300,000 for 9/11 victims during their first home game after the terrorist attacks. The Giants hosted firefighters, policemen, and other rescue personnel on an emotional day at Giant Stadium. They capped the day by beating the New Orleans Saints 21-13. At number 2, we flash back to January 4th, 1987. On that day in Giants history, Big Blue demolished Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, and the high-octane San Francisco 49ers in the divisional round of the playoffs at Giant Stadium on their way to the Super Bowl. The win improved their record to 9-0 on a day when Phil Simms throws 4 TDs and Joe Morris runs for 2 more. And the greatest moment in Giant Stadium history, in my book, January 14, 2001. In a role reversal, the Giants dominated the high-powered Minnesota Vikings on defense and offense, winning 41-0 to punch their ticket to Super Bowl 35. Kerry Collins throws 5 TDs in the rout. Hats off to you, Giant Stadium. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Merry Christmas, everyone.